My mom continuously told me about how much she was going to miss me, but one of the things she really emphasized was how she would miss having me home for our family tradition of a Halloween party at our house. She would continuously tell me that Halloween was on a Saturday this year, so I have the option of coming home if I wanted to. But I told her I'd probably want to spend it with my friends here in SLO. So she was very shocked when I showed up at our doorstep the Friday night before Halloween, while she and my dad were still outside setting up decorations at like 11 p.m. I decided I had to go home and spend this time with my family and friends with our usual tradition because there's nothing more important to me than honoring traditions and spending time with those people that I love. We have had this tradition for as long as I can remember. We've always had tons of people come over, family and friends, and we started doing it because a lot of my cousins live in more rural areas where they couldn't go trick-or-treating house to house very easily. And we'd always be super excited to eat lots of good food and then get all dressed up and go out and walk around and get scared by all the different houses in the neighborhood. And as I started getting older, the parties got bigger and bigger. We had more people over. My mom bought more decorations. She developed a little bit of an obsession with buying lots of decorations, and we had to figure out how to store them all, but it was always really fun putting them all up. And I have a pretty big family, and it's always really chaotic at events like this, so it was a lot of fun. And we made a lot of memories, and one that stands out really specifically to me was when my cousins came to our party dressed up like an old couple, and they spent the whole night pretty much talking to my grandpa, and at the end of the night he told us that he didn't know who they were, and so we told them, we said, "Those are your granddaughters," and he was completely shocked. Eventually, about 5 years ago, we stepped up our game a little bit and started creating like a haunted house in front of our house leading up to our door. And me and some of my friends would plan it out super far in advance and get everything together and dress up like zombies or skeletons and scare everyone, and it was a lot of fun. And we would get lots of compliments from all the neighbors, and people would ask what we're doing this year. We kind of developed a reputation as like that house in the neighborhood that had all those decorations in a haunted house. And from all these years of our Halloween tradition, I've learned that these types of events are extremely important to me, and I can't wait to pass them on to my children when I grow up. And this tradition has evolved a lot since I was young, especially because going from things like trick-or-treating to starting haunted house and then now not exactly being home for all of that, it was really different this year since I wasn't there for the planning and I wasn't extremely involved in it, but I'm very glad I went home. It was so much fun surprising everyone, and no one knew I was coming. So on the night of the event, all my relatives and friends were coming into the house and seeing me, and I was dressed up like a skeleton, so they were really shocked. But I'm very excited to carry on this tradition, and it's one of my favorite traditions in my family.